Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my hero build series. I am Sylphin. In today's video we are taking a look at Sparrow. Boy, have I played numerous games with her, with the build that I call Nimble Qupid, focused around giving her additional movement speed since she has absolutely no mistake. There's no escapes. So we're gonna see if we get a good game. We have two rangers in our team composition, one fighter, one on the front line. It's going to be interesting video. So Nimble Qupid build here in this video. If you would like to just get the build, ladies and gentlemen, head on over to the end of the video where we will delve into that depth, in more depth. So Nimble Qupid here in this. Now, the Murdoch said that he might be going red lane, which, if the Muriel, we're going to have to see. So I would get 3 strike tokens, but I don't know if, yeah, what's going to happen. So we're going to just get a health token and see how that goes. So let's see. I'm going to go on my way right lane. Let's see what the Murdoch does. Oh, there you go. He goes blue lane. He said he was going to go red lane after we had, yeah, after we had said that we, going to do that. So we're going to go red lane. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it's going blue. Good. Good, good, good. So like usual, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to support the channel, please head on over to my Patreon account to become a monthly pledger. And of course, go on over to my Amazon wish list if you would like to support the channel that way. So guys, the very first ability that we want to get, lots of people say relentless, but it really doesn't help. It really doesn't help because you don't kind of have, you don't get your, you know, your stacks off because you don't have hail of arrows. So we're going to get it anyways, just because if somebody tries to do some funny business here, we have the means of at least stacking our passive on them. So here in this early game, we're going to have to be really careful with kind of all of this that happens. And there is first blood there in the mid lane. Good job on the enemy rampage there, going in on our Howitzer. So I could actually maybe harass this that Muriel, but not much happened there. So I have to focus on our last hits, as we have not received one yet. We're gonna see here. Wow. Okay, so last hits, ladies and gentlemen, very important. As you can see that we aren't getting them at all here. It's going to be very hard to do so if this Muriel is kind of messing us up a little bit. So yeah, the very first ability we went with was Relentless. It's okay, but if, you know, since you're just focusing on getting these last hits, you can't really build it up. So it's kind of it's a tough ability. I would argue that maybe going for your piercing shot is better, simply because you are able to, if you see a gang coming, you are able to use your piercing shot in order to get somebody out of travel mode, therefore reducing the chance you have of actually, you know, getting ganked. So I would argue that you should be in fact doing that here instead, but we will see what happens. So trying to get these last hits here. Apparently not. So there is she does have a odd an odd basic attack where it actually travels in the opposite direction of the way that you're traveling. So if I'm sidestepping to the right, it actually goes to the left of your marker. The physics, I feel like, is actually kind of strange, to be honest with you. But we'll see here. So the enemy team is doing a really good job. That Muriel is really doing something to get her health low. So kudos on her for sure. Here in the early game, Muriel does have a lot of damage potential, so we have to be very careful of that. I wish I would be able to punish her, but it looks like we won't be able to. Very dominant display by the enemy team here in this early game. So I know what you're trying to do there, Muriel, but I won't allow it. I won't allow it. So again, we do have our health potion, which is definitely going to help here. Thank you, Muriel, for missing there. And this is our chance to punish her. Let's go for it. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, and now we have to go back. And stay out of the hail of arrows there. And there we go. There's the... We're going to do this for this Sparrow here. Let's see if we can do anything. There's the damage, a little bit. Not quite able to finish that off. And now we have to be careful ourselves, though. Don't have any mana potions, and the enemy jungler is somewhere out there. So I'm going to say be right back. Low health, low mana, only 3 card power. So we're going to have to go back and get our very first card here. I'm going to say be right back. We do get our Brawler's Ward here with some mana, as you can see. That would certainly be helpful, but not quite just yet. So in terms of upgrading your abilities, I would say definitely go for Relentless first, as that passive is super duper strong. One thing about your passive, called Relentless, every time you consecutively strike an enemy, they will take an additional amount of damage that stacks. But that damage, though, does ignore armor. That's a very interesting fact. It does, in fact, ignore armor, and it's very deceiving how much damage that deals. So if you are able to, you know, if you are able to get consecutive hits on, especially somebody like a tank, you actually have a surprising ability to get some good amount of damage off on that individual. So don't kind of underestimate it. Upgrade Relentless first, as it does a surprising amount of damage on whoever you are hitting, for sure. There's that howitzer getting taken as well. Here we go. We need to do this. Pop our ultimate here so that it very nicely pierces through absolutely everybody. Let's try to get our ultimate off, and oh my goodness, that might be a dead us. Yay! Oh, awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Take a look at that. Piercing shot through the terrain to finish off that Sparrow. Awesome stuff. That's a thing that about the piercing shot, ladies and gentlemen, is that it pierces through enemies. We're actually going to stay here just so that we can get some card power. Although that is really, 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 really risky. I want to go back with more than just 3 card power.
Your skill rises.
One thing again with her hail of arrows here. Oh. So there we go. I used it to get him out of travel mode to secure my retreat here. I do want to. Oh, he's retreating. That's a very odd spot to retreat. Yes, so the very good thing about her hail of arrows is that it does indeed, I'm going to say be right back, travel through terrain, and it's a very long range, 2,500 units, except the longer that you hold it on until 2 seconds, it increases it in damage. So how you know that you've reached that 2 seconds is actually there's a little bit of a hitch when she finishes that 2 seconds. Her bowstring kind of, I think it's an animation glitch. It kind of goes like tick. There's a little like hitch in her bowstring, and that's when you know that you've reached that 2 seconds. Here is a Sparrow. Ooh, there comes a Muriel. So let's actually do this here to try to totally mess with that. Let's get our use our ultimate here so that it pierces through everybody. There is that crazy damage. Fantastic body blocking by our Rampage to really secure the kills there. Very nicely done indeed. Now we definitely are going to hard push this lane because we have the means to do so. The one thing about her kind of combination here is Hail of Arrows does proc her passive. So what you can do here is actually what you can do is use Hail of Arrows, especially on somebody that has crowd control on them, especially, you know, crowd control that's kind of put right in place, so that they can, you know, really stack those passives up and do a crazy amount of damage on them. Especially with a Hail of Arrows into your ultimate, something like that is very, very, very strong. Oh, and I did miss that. That Brock would have been a fantastic spot here. Let's go! Oh, very nicely done. She's blocking my basic attacks, and I definitely could have killed her very, very easily there. But... Stab it! Stab it! Oh, and I did hit her too! Rats, I'm trying to be aggressive there because we could have done so much more there, but we didn't kind of coordinate anything there in that. So looks like I thought I saw somebody going there. So hey guys, this early build here is really quite going quite well. No mana though. I am using her abilities a lot, which is okay with me. But yeah, that little bit of health that we will be getting on the Adamant's Edge is going to be really, really helpful, as obviously that's going to help us stay alive, as we still only have 990 health, which isn't really that much. Looks like our wards here have expired, so let's put our wards down here, and simply just play it safe for now until our Muriel can get back. I don't necessarily want to make it too obvious that I'm going for this Harvester, but I will let them push up just a little bit, and then I can come in from the side and maybe be a little, I don't know, a little sneaky, although that would probably be a little aggressive. Okay. So far it's been quite an exciting, there we go. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. That's exactly what I not wanted to do here. Yeah. So there you go, guys. You have to be really, really careful. Definitely not what I'm being. No. I do kind of just want to use maybe just a little bit some of my abilities here, but I'm scared that this. Okay, no, I have to retreat. I'm gonna say be right back. See, the really good thing about her is that, oh no, defend right lane. The really good thing about her is that she has a very long range ability, so I can just kind of put this out here and let let the abilities do the work. And alright, be right back. Oh, we pushed that a little bit. Somebody has to go and defend mid lane. I'm gonna go be right back. Put all of these in here. Try to get to mid lane in time. So definitely not the smartest idea we've ever had to come in from behind on this Kwong, but doesn't look like he really saw me coming. So that worked out okay. Our friendly team's not doing the best of job here, kind of, rotating around and defending these lanes. Looks like that is going to be a strong mid push for them. It was really... a smart idea would be to rotate mid, but I don't think really that Murdoch and Muriel should be able to defend that middle inhibitor for sure. Now I'm going to go and push this lane here, but it looks like I'm dead. There we go. I knew there was a reason here to get a ward there, and we're dead. Yeah, so really stupid of me. I should have put that ward down there. I should have just rotated mid. That was really, really silly of me. Next one is the Blink Charm here. We're gonna get rid of our 1 strike token and our health potion to get our Blink Charm. As you can see there with that Kwong, I definitely could have escaped there for sure if I had that Blink Charm very easily. And that's exactly why we're getting it.
Inhibitor is under
Let's see if we can work some magic here on this inhibitor. We're gonna pop our ultimate here and go to town, but no. That Muriel is doing too good of a job there. And our ultimate can absolutely destroy these minions here. Okay, so let's get this pushed in the right direction and then head on our way left lane as that is getting pushed. Let's head on over there right now. So Gadget will definitely have a very easy job here pushing this. We're gonna need some help here. She probably has a ward down, eh? Yep, definitely has a ward down. And there we go. Oh my goodness! And we are completely out of position. No, I mean, I didn't use my blink charms because totally not worth it. Wow. Okay, so they're doing a really good job. Wind Carver Blade is coming up next. Which one? 3 kinetic, 3/3 strike. As we can still get some kinetic or some strike before that that kinetic starts to really play a role. Although that passive to stack that passive, this kinetic is going to be great for it. I do kind of want to get it, although even though the math does say physical damage more, let's get some major kinetic and then some major strike after this. Alright, here is a engagement, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go right into it. I was not able to get it good, but my passive is chewing through this rampage. That is why we go for them, guys. Let's actually blink forward here. Put this down here. Let's give our ultimate a shot here. And it's going to start adding up. It's going to start adding up. They aren't focusing me, and there we go. Oh, that damage is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. That is why we get it here. So let's go and attack. Attack left lane. Get this. There we go. So as you can see there, that that passive totally ignores armor. That rampage just was sitting in our hail of arrows and doing a lot of work. As you can see, it's really quite the ability. And as you can see here, we are doing a crazy amount of damage now. I'm just trying to push this as hard as we can so we can get right into this tower, get some siege advantage out of this engagement here that we had. And we still have our blink charm, so it's going to work really quite well. Let's do as much as damage as we can here before we have to retreat. So there's a little bit of damage. Hopefully I can remain in this lane long enough to do something. I don't think we're going to be able to. There's that Gadget again. Not too worried about her, honestly. Our blink charm is apparently not available. So now that we have this here, she's going to very nice. There's the ultimate. Dodging some basic attacks here. Let's put down the hail of arrows. No blink charm. Okay. Not able to get these damn towers. Not able to do enough. It's really kind of quite frustrating. Now this would have really helped getting that damage here. But it wasn't meant to be. After this, we're going into the Amulet of the Veteran for health, which, yes, is going to be very helpful. So we're definitely going to get that 2-point health there in that Amulet of the Veteran. Hopefully our Muriel can survive. Get out of there. Get out of there. Oh, there's a rampage, actually. So there we go. Defend left lane. Looks like our friendly team is collapsing, so let's make something happen. The Murdoch is out of position. Rampage did use his ultimate. Ooh, yikes. So we're going to try to surprise this Rampage here. There we go. There's this. Look at that crazy attack speed. Really going to help with the ultimate, but with the retreat. I can't follow. I can't. This wave is gonna get pushed up too much, and before we know it, it'll be barreling down our tower here, and we would not have defended it. So, as you can see, this attack speed is very, very nice for making stuff happen, especially in terms of your ult, in terms of your passive. It's really, really good. So, we're gonna make sure that this lane's going in the right direction, and it definitely will here. I'll kill one of these, and then I'm gonna head mid lane. Now, it looks like we are the ones dealing with these lanes, but man. Oh, we are on a double kill streak, and it doesn't look like we can get this Muriel. Very nice dodge of the rock. Boulder. I want to be technical about it, but she should be dead here. Oh yeah. Oh, and this rampage is not tanky at all, which is going to be a serious issue. Oh, yeah, we're in between some towers, so that's why. Oh, careful, Muriel. Careful, Muriel. Oh, very nice. Alright, so let's get out of here, because we're going to have a tough time here. So let's let this howitzer get this. There we go. Let me say, on my way to Ward Prime, 6 card power. Yeah. We're going to put a ward down here. And there we go. So her passive stacks very nicely in Orb Prime. Watch as it's going up. 120, 140, 150 extra damage per shot. That is insane, ladies and gentlemen. It does so much. Oh. So now that we have 9 card power, I do kind of want to go back, but we want to use this well, the Orb Prime, the Orb buff, so nobody is helping us, though. You're supposed to push lanes with this buff. Let's go in on this, but no, we're gonna have to retreat. We're gonna have to retreat. We're not going to die with Orb Prime on us, so we'll go back, spend this 9 card power. So after this, we're going to the Amulet of Veteran, like we said here in the 5th slot. But what goes in the first slot? Our next Wind Carver Blade. So let's do that. Then followed by our 5th slot. Really? Really? No, in the 6th slot. Oh, of course. I'm an idiot. 3 and 1 here. Let's get a strike cooking. Alright, let's see what we can do with this Kwong here. I'm going to try my hardest here to pick at him, but doesn't seem to be really working all that much. So all the enemy team is all the way over there, so I'm going to do this. Okay, so he definitely knows he has to retreat, especially with my Prime Orb on. So nothing he can really do in terms of that. So as you can see, if you can just kind of hit them for a little bit, get some stacks going on, she does a lot of damage. She really, really does. Let's see if we can go mid and help out our team. If we get a good engage here with all of them being low health, we're going to do a lot against them. Alrighty, let's see what we can do here. Since this, well, apparently not much. Apparently I can't hit a damn fucking thing. There we go. Jesus. Holy smokes, that was absolutely terrible. So that's not how you play Sparrow. That's not how you play Sparrow. Again, her basic attack does something really strange. It shoots like there's like a really weird delay that the physics on it takes getting used to. And obviously I definitely don't, you know, I have no idea how the hell it works. So just be aware that there is a weird physics about it. And as you can see there, I wasn't hitting that gadget for fuck all. So pardon me, but that was really frustrating. That was really frustrating. There is that health token in that Amulet of Veteran. 500 extra health will definitely be really nice. Now we go into the Wind Carver Blade, like we said before here in this first slot. Get rid of that. Almost able to put it in, but not quite. And at this point, I'm actually going to get rid of this Brawler's Ward for that 100 health there, and then I'm going to use the extra card power here to get some kinetic in our Wind Carver Blade, just so we can start getting into our end game a little faster. Okay, if they choose to engage here, yes, we're going to have a tough time dealing with them, but and this was a really stupid thing to do. Should not have engaged here at all. Yeah, we should have just we should have got back. There's that is such a noob mistake. Such a noob mistake. Don't do that. Don't do that, guys. Don't do that. Such a noob mistake. Just yeah. Accept your fates, and that's how it works. Say la vie. Lose an inhibitor at least. We would have been there to defend this inhibitor, but obviously, like, look, this howitzer can't really do much, so there you go. Yeah. 3 card power coming in here. We want. Let's get some major kinetics so we can get those stacks off on the enemy team faster and kind of, you know, negate some armor with that passive because it seems to ignore armor. Alright, nice enclosed quarters here. Let's see. There we go. Let's pop our ultimate here. Look at all this damage! But now I need some help here. I need some help! I need some help! Let's use a blink time to get away from this howitzer here. Oh boy. 1 for 1 so far. I have no idea what's happening here. Okay, so there we go. Let's definitely retreat here. No. Fuck you, gadget. Oh, fuck you. Yep, so there you guys go. There's just kind of these crazy engagements. These crazy engagements that are totally not... Like, I have no idea what's happening, and... Wow, yeah. Crazy. That first engagement there with our Hail of Arrows, and then into our ultimate, that was fantastic. And then the rest was just not being protected, not having good accuracy to do that. So there we guys go. There is the Sparrow. Here, guys, not the best showcase of her. I do struggle with carries, with rangers. I struggle with a lot of heroes. Sparrow definitely being one of them. Definitely not as accurate as I should be with her, and it's hard. It's hard. Shout out to Lemon Reaper, 14-0 on this gadget with a crazy Wellspring, like 3 Wellspring staffs, 2 of them crazy. So let's take a look at the build. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is the build. If you have a good support with you that you know is going to be with you, go for 3 strike tokens right off the bat. Play it safe. The last hits will be very easy with 3 strike tokens. Or, of course, you can go with a health potion and 2 strike tokens. After that, Going into the Brawler's Ward here for some mana. I would have another Minor Strike, but I just don't have one. After that, into the Adamant's Edge for 200 health. Very much needed. Very, very much needed. I would make it into an Amulet of the Veteran, but I feel like that's sacrificing too much damage, to be honest with you. You are still a carry, you need to do that damage. After the Adamant's Edge, then we go into the Blink Charm. Very much, very, very much needed. You really need to use it appropriately. There's a few times I wasted it and I needed it. And definitely paid for that. After the Blink Charm, going into the Wind Carver Blade. This first one here with two major strikes and major kinetic. You know, in the DPS department, in the math department, this one would be better than this one with the more kinetic on it. You need that damage first, and then that kinetic starts to really kick in. After that, then we go into the Amulet of the Veteran for 500 health. That's very, very much needed. And more health is coming later on with the Stone-Tooth Heart. After that, Amulet of the Veteran, going into our second Wind Carver Blade with tons of kinetic. Yes, this is the appropriate amount of kinetic mathematically. After this next Wind Carver Blade, Stone-Tooth Heart for some Pierce. Again, that gives you some options. A 3, 2, 1 Pierce if there's a ton of armor, or 3 and a major and minor Pierce, and then a 2-point health. Again, the Stone-Tooth Heart will give you 400 extra health. That is very, very nice. And finally, you replace your Brawler's Ward with this Guardian's Ward with even more damage and some health. So it's 300 health, at least 400, maybe even 600 there. Amulet of the Veteran, an additional 500. So there's a lot of health on here. We didn't really get to see it too much in the build, but it works really quite well. Before, we used to have Charging Brute in the build, but I didn't feel like it really... It's really great in the early game. It is really great in the early game as you stay in lane and stuff, but later on when the team fights aren't around lanes and you don't have your stacks build up, I feel like it's not really all that useful. So that's why we chose just to go for the Blink Charm in this build. There you guys have it. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this build. Please like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, share it with the community, guys. Of course, subscribe if you found this useful or you enjoyed the content. Please subscribe so I can do it for you later. Till next time, like always, stay optimistic and positive.